Zap 'em, cap 'em, and trap 'em. Here's your look at the Spirit Halloween Ghostbusters Ghost Trap. The Ghost Trap features include ghost trap doors that open and close with the press of a button, light up and sound features, versatile clip to attach to most utility belts, and it also has wheels to capture any ghosts. Before we go ahead and start busting ghosts, busting makes me feel good, by the way, we're going to first figure out how long the ghost trap is if you're looking to add this one to your collection. And we're going to stop it right there. From its handle to its front, you're looking at the ghost trap being 14 inches in length. That's pretty big. And switching that over to inches, or centimeters I should say, you're looking at it being almost 35.7 centimeters long. Luckily, you don't have to assemble anything when you get the ghost trap out of the box. You do have to apply stickers, though, 3 to be exact. Now, unfortunately, they don't give you instructions. I know how to apply stickers, but I don't know necessarily where the stickers go. I ultimately looked on the side of the box, and the box itself does give you placement of stickers here and here as well. But it's not really the most screen accurate, so I did some investigating, sleuthing if you will. And while the the hero prop of the trap is probably the best one to go to, images of the trap does vary, at least from sticker placement. What I ended up finding based on movie images was that the sticker goes up at the top here. Mind you, there is a plate that really should technically be here. This trap doesn't have it, so the sticker goes right here, and I put the other sticker right by the side of the nozzle, which doesn't turn. And then the other placement of the sticker, again, I went to the hero prop replica, the actual one they used for the movie. And we've got a little danger sticker there located on the back. That's where I've put that. I mean, I guess you really could put the stickers anywhere, but I tried my best to make it as screen accurate as I possibly could. The only downside, though, is the sticker is going to be frayed here, just because it's going to be folding over to the sides. I may take a stab at actually customizing this, because I've seen some people do some really great customization jobs on the Ghost Trap. Not specifically one from 2019, but I believe Spirit Halloween also released this one back in 2018 also as well. For the fact, obviously, that you guys are seeing this now, you know that I picked up the 2019 version. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find this at my local Spirit Halloween. Ultimately, I had to go online and order it from there, pay the somewhat ridiculous additional shipping costs and all that other good stuff that goes with shipping something from an online source. So I ended up paying a little bit more for this. And unfortunately, the bad news, though, is when I actually had this arrive, it's not fully working. Now, I'm going to do my best to actually reach out to Spirit Halloween, but as I feel like I would be doing a better service to you guys to let you guys know some of the things you got to be aware of when you are picking this one up for yourself, I'm going to actually just go ahead and run with the review. And then hopefully if I can get a replacement, we'll do a follow-up video. But the thing that doesn't sadly work on it is it does have light-up options. It has a light here that pulsates red and stays red. We have a light-up section right here. And then you have lights on the interior of the Ghost Trap when you open it. Unfortunately, though, the one that I got online and was shipped to me does not have this red light that lights up and pulsates. So again, unfortunately, well, if you are just displaying it without lights, that's not going to be so much a big deal, but it certainly is one of the big things that draws your attention to the trap looking a little bit more movie accurate is the fact it does have a light up section right there. And unfortunately, that red light doesn't work. I'll talk about that, of course, as we cycle through the various different features and the various different sound effects, but just getting a close look at the trap. I really did want to get myself at one point the Matty Collector version of the Ghostbusters replica trap, but I jumped the gun quite late into the game, and unfortunately now to get the Ghost Trap, being that Matty Collector isn't redistributing or reselling, any one of the Ghostbuster props. They've kind of have moved on from that. Unfortunately, my other recourse is to be ordering those online, and the Ghost Trap is some of the most expensive Matty Collector things that you can probably find nowadays. The proton wand, the neutron wand, and the PKE meter also up there as well. But the Ghost Trap is really the most expensive thing, one of the most expensive things to find. So getting that is probably, that's a boat that has set sail a long time ago. And I end up, like I said, getting this one right here. And you know what? For what it is, keeping in mind that this Ghost Trap, I think, was about $49.99 online. What you're basically getting is either a close enough representation of the Ghost Trap that you may have wanted from the movie, or at least the starting point that most definitely you can kind of go in there. And if you have the painter's touch, you can most definitely customize this and mod this to a little bit more of an accurate looking Ghost Trap. One thing, sadly, that this trap doesn't have is the foot pedal. The foot pedal, now, I get for the fact that this is supposed to be a $50 replica. And of course, if you're buying it from Spirit Halloween, along with that, you're not going to be getting the most screen accurate props. It does have, to its credit, something that does open and close the doors. It does have the light up option. But I think at the very least, it should have also included with the foot pedal. I don't mean that the foot pedal had to actually work, but at the very least, it could have been just a little molded piece of plastic with a plastic tube that could have connected to the back. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that. What it instead has is a button up the top that activates the trigger. But I really do think that just a little bit of tubing and just a molded piece of plastic never intended to be stepped on could have easily been something that they could have added to the back of the trap. What you're actually getting instead is you're getting yourself a little belt clip. So if you want to go full Ghostbusters, you never want to go full Ghostbusters. If you want to go full Ghostbusters for Halloween season, you can most definitely clip this onto your belt, along with the other Ghostbuster costume, belts, ecto goggles, and even like the Proton Pack. Spirit Halloween has basically all that stuff lined up for 2019. So while I do appreciate the fact that there's a little belt clip, like I said, you could loop this onto your belt if you wanted to. I really do think, like, just adding a fake pedal that was plastic, could have clipped actually even under here when you didn't want it completely unraveled. Most definitely could have been something that they could have added to the trap itself. The trap is relatively feeling light of plastic. I mean, the inside is basically going to be all hollow anyways. You could, I suppose, store something inside of that if you had like a plush ghost. As you'll see, like when we open this up, there's going to be a whole open cavity and really a lot of space in there for the two lights that it has to light up. Before we look at that though, some detailing there located on the side. You've got the heat grill there located, along with the little knobs and dials. You've got some dials on the front. None of these actually do function. You can't twist them. And I believe this actually should have also been silver on the front. Something you could easily go back with some little bit of silver paint and paint if you want. It does have wheels. The wheels are a little on the large side, but again, for this being a $50 replica, it's really not that bad. It's taking cues from the original Ghostbusters 1 Muon trap. So that trap would have had the red bars here. I don't know if these are actually little cooling tanks, but this would have also, I think, been silver in Ghostbusters 2. You've got a little knob dial right here that would have also rotated, and I've also got my little other sticker happening right there. For the trap, what it is, like I said, it's not terrible, really. And for the idea that you would be able to get a ghost trap for $40+ is really reasonable. It feels light, because like I said, there's not really a whole lot of heavy things to it. You've got the button up the top that will open and close the ghost trap doors. And then you got an on and off switch. So that basically, in a nutshell, is all the kind of at least the look at the trap. And then, like I said, if you want to operate the features, all of which are going to be triggered by turning on the on and off switch. This would have been the opportunity where this would have lit up red, but as you'll see when I turn it on, it does not do anything. What it however does though, is it has a sequence of 3 lights that it goes a cycle through. Flashes the 1, then 2, then 3, which is a nice little, again, making it feel like it's a little bit more like a movie prop than just simply just being like a plastic replica. And we could go ahead and press the button, and this is kind of where everything, all the magic happens. We're going to press the button right at the top here. This will open up the doors, and it will also have the lights on either side of the interior. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Just press the button. You can see the yellow lights now are flashing all three, and you've got green lights on the interior on both sides. Once that's finished, it will cycle then through the three lights once again. And again, this would be the section when you close the part of the review, when if you close the door, that red light should be flickering. The only thing it's really doing now is it's cycling through, like I said, those three lights. I was really disappointed the fact that that one red light, the one thing that would almost make it even more closer to being a movie replica, simply doesn't have. So I'm going to do my best to reach out to Spirit Halloween, or if I can even go into the store and order up another one, or maybe one better, I'll check another Spirit Halloween store and see if maybe they happen to have the Ghostbuster traps in stock, and maybe I can just do a straight exchange. I don't know. I would be disappointed, I think, even though I'm not going to have it with the lights on all the time, because it certainly would drain the batteries. I did run this for about 35 minutes, and I did notice that that light doesn't seem to turn off. I've also gone back and checked other videos of people doing the reviews of the 2018 model, and it seemed as if the light does stay on. So the only way to turn it off is to, once again, switch that light, switch that little switch on the top there to off. The other function it does have, it cycles through, like I said, a second set of audio clips. To do that, once again, you're going to press the button on the top of the trap. And now you've actually got the sound effect of what seems to be Slimer. And it will automatically cycle through all of that audio clip. It sounds like Slimer is being trapped by the proton streams and being eventually sucked into the ghost trap, in which, of course, the audio completely stops. Now, if you close it once again and open it, not only do you get back the first set of audio clips, but I just also wanted to show you, if you press that button again, it'll immediately cut off the audio clip. It won't continue to go. And the audio will come out from the back section right here, which I don't think I've covered too badly with that sticker. Just because, again, I wanted to make that look a little bit more movie accurate. Like I said, I'm no artist when it comes to customization. I think probably what I could very well do is maybe give this a little bit more of a matte coat of black paint. And maybe just kind of give those edges that kind of brushed, dry, like silver paint, just kind of make it look like it's a little bit worn. Again, the really neat aspect of this is it's an affordable trap. Really, when you think about it, when you look at a trap like this, I guess the closest thing we do have to a plastic trap is the one that we got from the real Ghostbusters line back in the day from Kenner. I mean, really, when you think about it, the price point for this being about $49 to $50 is rather affordable for the fact that it does have its own doors that can open and close. It does have sound effects. And even though this light sadly doesn't work, at the very least, it does have lights like it did in the movie. It's not like I said, the most screen-accurate version of the Ghost Trap. But I got to admit, though, for what it is, it's not that bad at all. Well, you can imagine my disappointment being a Ghostbusters fan. To pick this up online, I might also add and pay all the additional costs, wait for the time to have it actually delivered to my door, only to find out that that red light doesn't work in the back. Now, I've looked online and checked other videos, and all the videos seem to be from the 2018 model. Those ones did have red lights that flashed at the back. I can't imagine that this is something that they've removed with the 2019 unit, but I'll reach out to Spirit Halloween, and hopefully if I can get a hold of them, I'll just let them know that that red light doesn't work on the back, and I'll either know right away when they tell me, well, we don't have the red light available on 2019 models, it was removed, or, yes sir, we'll send you a replacement. I suppose I could have waited, gotten the replacement, and just shot the review and pretended like nothing was really the problem with the trap, but I felt like I wanted to do you guys a better service than that. Obviously, if you picked up this one for yourself, and you've seen this review, there's something that you can look for. You can either say to me, yes, I've picked up the trap for myself, my red light does work, so you just got yourself a bad batch, or, yeah, I don't have a red light on mine either, and maybe I will reach out to the store and get a replacement. Either way, though, it's a nice looking trap. When it's all said and done, I would have really loved to get the original Matty Collector one part of my collection, but with the prices skyrocketing at times of being $500 to $600, And that's, of course, US funds, so I have to factor in the fact I'm going to be converting that to Canadian. I just couldn't justify it. Spirit Halloween released a whole bunch of Ghostbuster replica props for this year's season, as they did with last year as well. I picked up this one, along with the PKA meter and the Ecto goggles. I don't know if I'll actually pick up the actual Proton pack. That may be doing it a little bit more than what I needed to. Well, you never know. Maybe I will go out trick-or-treating with my daughter this year, and maybe I'll dress myself up as one of the Ghostbuster clan, and maybe I'll adorn myself with all the cool Ghostbuster props. This one does have functioning doors, which I like. It does have light-up options, which I also like, for, of course, the fact that the backlight doesn't work. The only thing it really does miss, like I said, is the fact that it doesn't have the actual step pedal. I don't expect it to fully work. That would be ridiculous. And of course the price would jump drastically from being $50 higher to probably about a $200 to $300 price point instead. I can get for the fact that pedal functioning wouldn't have worked, but at the very least they could have even added just a plastic pedal that didn't do anything other than just look like the pedal. And that would have been enough for me. Despite for its missing of a pedal, and for the fact that I feel like I might have gotten myself a bad version of the Ghost Trap, and I don't mean spiritually bad, or maybe I do. Either way, though, I'm really pleased the fact that we were able to get ourselves a replica close enough in proximity to the one it looked like in the film. And for $50, you can't beat that at all. Today we were having a look at the Spirit Halloween. This was the Ghostbusters Classic. Interesting that they put Classic on there, almost implying that we're going to be getting a real Ghostbusters version of that. Oh man, oh boy, that would be so cool if they could do that. A real Ghostbusters PKE meter. I shouldn't be thinking that far ahead. This was the Ghostbusters Ghost Trap, though, with lights and sounds. The sounds were there. I'm just not sure about all the lights. If you managed to pick up this one for yourself, please, oh please, let me know down below in the comment section if the light actually worked on your Ghost Trap, that red light at the back. And believe you me, in the meantime, while you guys are watching this video, I'm going to reach out to Spirit Halloween, see if it was just a defunct version of the trap that I got, and maybe, just maybe, fingers crossed, I might be able to get myself a replacement. If I get a replacement, I'll do a follow-up video so you guys can see. In the meantime, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, swing next door, something's paranormal happening next door, and turn on that bell notification. Whole bunch of spooky-related videos are going to be coming up during the month of Spottober, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, we're going to have a look at some other Ghostbuster prop replicas, all come to us from the folks over at Spirit Halloween. So if this is your fancy, stay tuned. Well, there's a whole lot of stuff going to be coming your way. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.